guys, welcome back to the channel. So we are excited to be able to bring you some awesome content. But first, before we get into the content that we are going to be bringing you guys, I would like to introduce y'all to the man himself, none other than Larry Dickinson with Dickinson Cages. He has made the trip all the way down from Minnesota. How do you like this weather?
I love it down here, yeah.
We do still have jackets on him. He's probably already sweating. We're freezing down here. It's 50 degrees.
Should brought t-shirt.
But we're excited to have Larry here in the FFR shop. You guys have seen that we have led up to a really cool build series that we have talked to you guys about. You see that the mailman and me have been installing some cages. So we thought we would get the man himself down here to show you guys how to install one of his prefab cages. So you guys know that I am a dealer for Larry, and he's got multiple dealers throughout the United States that are able to provide you with these cages, and we'll talk about that a little bit later on. But for now, we're gonna turn it over to Larry and let him show you guys what we've got here today and what you can expect for this build series. Larry, take it away.
Well, thank you for checking us out here on YouTube. This series, we're gonna talk about what comes with the cage kit, what the options are, and then we're also gonna go through how to assemble this cage, at least the way we do it in our shop, and some of the best practices for putting it in the race car. So we'll start off here talking about when you get your cage, lay it out, check out the labels, and then make sure everything's there. All right, so when you get your cage, it's gonna come wrapped in several different packages. The first package, if it's shipped UPS, you're gonna have a hoop package, and that hoop package is gonna have a dash bar attached to it. And then it'll have the rear supports attached right here. And so those will be these guys, and they will be strapped in right like this. Now this is if it comes UPS. The reason for that is to make it easy for shipping. These will be full length, the same width as the hoop. Our rear supports, some people call them rear kickers. We call them rear supports. Some series, they call them backstays. They come trimmed to fit. So they're extra long. If you run them into the shock tower, if you want to run them into a strut bar, if you want to run them to the floor, you should have enough length with the standard length to be able to do that. We do also offer a 6-foot version. It's also trimmed to fit. That way, if you prefer to have your rear kickers go all the way to the back bumper, you can do that as well. So this will be the hoop package. There will be several components fastened to this. We recommend that when you get the cage to go ahead and break it down, take all the parts off of it and lay it out and make sure that you have everything there. You should receive a packing list with the cage. All right, so when you get your packing list out, you're gonna notice that we use a letter and then a number to identify each component. Some of the larger components like the rear hoop is kind of self-explanatory, so we don't label that one with the number. But everything else will have a tag on it that'll have a letter and a number. And we also try to, in many cases as we can, put a picture on here as well so you can see where these parts are supposed to be in the build. So on the packing slip, we'll take a look at the build sheet here and we'll see that there's an S1, the rear supports, and you're supposed to have 2 of them. And there's 2 in the package. The items in yellow on the packing list are items that are trimmed to fit during the install. We leave them a little bit long so that you don't end up too short of material to get the desired fit inside the car. You'll notice on that the dash bar is listed as trim to fit. And that's because a lot of these cars, they narrow up just a little bit when they get towards the front when you're doing the install. And then depending on where you want to put the dash bar for height, some people like to run it high, even with the top of the cowl panel. Then it would be trim because you're going to be going into the curve of the A-pillars at that point. So each part is laid out here. So we're going to go through now and we're going to check off our list to make sure that we have everything we need to start the build. All right, so we verified everything is here. We're getting ready to start our cage build now. Let's say that you end up missing some components. You take it apart and you have something missing. Contact us at jldickinsonllc@gmail.com and we will figure out what happened there. We'll get replacements if necessary. And then also, if you get the package through UPS and it's really torn up, take a picture of it before you start taking it apart. It just makes it easier for us to do a claim with UPS.
So we're very excited for this build series. We hope you guys check out the remaining build series videos that we're about to provide for you guys. Like Larry said, these kits are amazing. We have really appreciated all of the detail that they put into these cages. So we're gonna get to the foundational work. Be sure to stay tuned and click through each video. There will be a bunch of multiple video segments for you to show what steps are needed to make sure that you properly install these. We'll see you in the next one.